If you're tired of paying $2,000 for a closet with a sink in New York or London, listen up. Because in Medellin, Colombia, people are out here paying that same $2,000 for rent, groceries, eating out, Ubers, a maid, and still stacking savings. Today, me and my brother from another jungle will break down exactly what it's like to live in Medellin for 1 to 12 months as a remote worker or digital nomad. From cost of living in neighborhoods all the way to visas, safety, internet, and culture. If you've ever thought, bro, there's gotta be a cheaper but better chapter of life somewhere, Medellin might be that chapter. Medellin is Colombia's second largest city, sitting in a green valley in the Andes. Population around 2.5 million in the city, about 4 million in the metro area. They call it the city of eternal spring. You're looking at temperatures around 63 to 82 degrees Fahrenheit pretty much all year. No snow, no brutal summer. So if you're coming from my face hurts when I walk outside weather, Medellin is that permanent hoodie season energy. It's also the capital of Antioquia, home of the Paisa culture. Very proud, entrepreneurial, family-oriented, and super social. Basically, you will not be bored. There's football, street food, events, language exchanges, salsa nights, even on a random Tuesday when you should be in bed. Let's talk money, because that's probably why you're watching. If you're earning $1,500 to $3,000 a month in USD, you're not rich globally. But in Medellin, you're living like upper middle class compared to local salary. For a one-bedroom apartment in popular areas like Poblado or Laureles, you're looking at around $450 to $800 a month on a long-term lease. In more local areas like parts of Medellin or Envigado, you might see $350 to $600 for something decent. Airbnb will usually be more expensive. It's good for your first month, but not the cheapest long-term play. So depending where you're coming from, that's anywhere from, this is kind of expensive, to, wait, that's less than my parking space. Other monthly costs include utilities plus internet, around $70 to $120. Groceries, $150 to $250 if you cook mostly at home. Eating out can be anywhere from a local lunch for $4 to $6 to a nice dinner in Poblado for $15 to $25. Transportation varies depending on your preference. Metro rides are under $1, and most Ubers are between $2 to $5 inside the city. SIM and data for your phone will run you roughly $10 to $15 a month for a solid mobile plan. If you're a numbers person, let's cover 3 example lifestyles. Number 1, the bare minimum, around $800 to $1,050 per month for a room or small studio in a local area. You're mostly cooking at home and taking the metro plus occasional Uber. You'll still turn up some nights, but in reality, you'll be keeping nightlife to a minimum. This lifestyle is, I'm building my business, I'm studying Spanish, and I only go out when I touch a new income milestone. Number 2, living comfortable. Now you'll spend around $1,400 to $1,900 per month. This will cover your nice one-bedroom apartment in Laureles or Poblado, groceries, plus eating out a few times a week, the Ubers you take often, maybe a co-working membership, and of course, some nightlife, weekend trips, and Spanish classes. This is the sweet spot. You feel like you make way more than you actually do. You're not balling, but you're not checking your bank app before every coffee either. Last but certainly not least, bougie mode. Now you're spending anywhere from $2,400 to $3,500 plus per month. You live in a modern high-rise in Poblado, maybe a view, pool, doorman, hired a personal trainer, regular eating out at restaurants, taking weekend trips, and probably secured a private office or premium co-working membership. This is, I want my life to feel like I make $200K a year. And bro, if you find a legit apartment for $200 a month, the price of Jordans, man, count me in. Chill, bro. If you see an apartment for $200 in Medellin, just make sure it's not a broom closet in someone's house. Moving on, where should you actually live? Let's hit the main areas for remote workers. First, you have Poblado, especially Manila and Provenza. Think of Poblado as Medellin's high-end district. Tons of restaurants, rooftop bars, and nightlife. Most international food options. Lots of co-working spaces and expat-friendly cafes. Security guards, modern buildings, ton of amenities. But with that comes the highest rents in the city. Crypto bros, passport bros, and some I watched Narcos one time and now I'm untouchable type of energy. And let's not forget those hills. Your cabs will be on fire. If you want an easy landing, don't mind paying more, and you like walking the nightlife in cafes, Poblado, especially Manila, is a strong start. Now let's talk Laureles. Laureles is flatter, greener, more local, but still very livable. It has walkable streets, cafes everywhere, a mix of local spots and expat-friendly bars, and cheaper than Poblado, but not cheap and sketchy. This is where a lot of long-term nomads end up. You can still have your oat milk latte, but you're also buying mango from the senor on the corner for like 50 cents. How about Envigado? Envigado sits just south of Medellin and feels like a safe small town glued onto the city. Very family oriented, more houses, yards, and green hills. Generally safer vibes and fewer foreigners, so there's more Spanish being spoken. If you're introverted, in a relationship, or just allergic to party streets, Envigado is that I live in nature but can still Uber to the fun lifestyle. Lastly, we have Medellin. Areas like Medellin are even more local and budget friendly. It has much lower rents, great for Spanish immersion, and tons of everyday Colombian life. But of course, with that comes less expat infrastructure. This lifestyle is better if you already feel comfortable in Latin America. For remote work, Medellin checks a lot of boxes. Fiber internet is common in central neighborhoods with speeds of 100 to 300 megabits per second in many apartments. You'll also have solid coverage from providers like Claro, Tigo, Movistar. And the co-working scene is strong. Hostels like Selena where you can work plus meet people. More corporate setups near the business districts, and smaller local co-works in Laureles that feel like community hubs. For a long stay, a good setup is pick an apartment in Poblado, Laureles, or Envigado. Test the Wi-Fi speed as soon as you arrive. Get a mobile plan with 10 to 15 gigabytes of data so your phone can be a backup hotspot. And grab a co-work membership if your work is super time sensitive. Last thing you want to be is that person on the client call like, sorry, my Zoom froze. There was a dog on the fiber line. Now let's cover visas. For US and UK citizens, here's the simple version. You can usually enter Colombia visa-free for 90 days as a tourist. You can extend that once for another 90 days, so up to 180 days per 12-month period. If you want to stay longer than that, there's a digital nomad visa if your income comes from outside Colombia and you meet the minimum income requirement. There are also student, retirement, and investment visas if those fit your situation. Key thing to remember is that if you think you'll love it and want to stay, don't wait until day 89 to start reading about visas. Exactly. And don't overstay. Fines and headaches are not the vibe. The main airport is Jose Maria Cordova, MDE, about 45 minutes to an hour from the city. Most people land, grab Uber, taxi, or in-driver and head straight to Poblado, Laureles, or Envigado. Cost from airport to city is usually around $18 to $25. Inside Medellin, the metro is clean, cheap, and easy once you know the map. Metro cables give you insane views of the valley, and Ubers are so affordable that most nomads don't even consider owning a car. You can literally live here, walk most days, only use Uber when you're tired, late, or lazy, which, let's be honest, is like 4 days a week minimum. Food-wise, Medellin is comfort first, calorie second. You've got bandeja paisa, the famous mega plate, arepas in 100 different forms, soups like sancocho and mondongo, street snacks like empanadas, buñuelos, pan de bono, and tons of tropical fruit you've probably never seen before. If you're trying to bulk, this is paradise. If you're trying to cut, just close your eyes when they bring the bandeja paisa. On the lifestyle side, visit Comuna 13 with a legit tour, art, history, views, or go to a soccer match. The energy is wild. Maybe even take a weekend trips to places like Guatape and nice pueblos nearby. Plus, you have language exchanges, salsa nights, entrepreneur meetups, hiking groups. If you're lonely here for more than 2 weeks, that's a you problem. Now, of course, we have to talk safety. Medellin isn't the war zone the media remembers, but it's also not some utopian bubble. It's a big Latin American city. Common sense goes a long way. Don't flash expensive watches and phones on the street. Use Uber or taxis at night instead of walking drunk. Be careful bringing strangers back to your apartment, and don't carry big stacks of cash. If you treat Medellin like a movie set, you might end up as the blooper reel. Money-wise, use ATMs in malls or safer areas. Get a card that doesn't crush you with foreign transaction and ATM fees. Expect small shops and street vendors to prefer cash, while restaurants and supermarkets usually take cards. Who is Medellin actually good for? It's good for remote workers earning at least $1,500 plus a month who want their money to go further, people who are curious about Latin culture and willing to learn some Spanish, and folks who like a mix of city life plus nature plus social energy. And who should maybe skip it? People that want everything in English all the time. Those who hate noise, traffic, or the idea of watching your belongings. And those whose entire plan is just partying and Narcos cosplay. That story always ends the same way. If you're still here watching, you're probably the type who wants to live smarter, not just cheaper. So here's what to do next. If you want more breakdowns like this on other cities, hit subscribe and drop a comment. Let us know the next city you want us to cover. Until then, I'm Blue.
I'm G.
And we're the Jungle Bros.
See you in the next city.